friends, and welcome to a Dragonstaff tutorial for horizontal isolations. Before we get started, I know I say it every time, but I truly appreciate all of you supporting me here on Patreon. You are truly what makes this channel possible. As usual with my tutorials for tricks that can be going either direction, we're just going to be starting walking around the left side of our Dragonstaff, exiting the trick, stepping around what will be and what was the right side of our Dragonstaff. So of course, once you've gotten the trick down going the first way, you will want to drill the opposite way, which would be entering the trick by stepping around the right side of the staff, exiting the trick by stepping around the left side of the staff. And although I don't consider this a beginner level trick, there will not be necessarily any prerequisites for this one. Although we are going to use a lot of this kind of finger or hand walking motion, which I do go over in more detail in the palm spins tutorial, so I'm going to put that link in the description below. But basically just getting comfortable with walking the staff down the hands to the fingertips and back up to the hands, and then also doing that rolling towards you instead of away from you. You can walk the fingers along the staff, kind of, what do I call this? Swerve the hands side to side to kind of keep the staff rolling. It can be easier to practice even overhead, palms face up like this. It's a nice way to just practice swiping the hands, getting the staff rolling, and of course using your fingers as well. First, I'm going to go over the trick facing the same direction as you because I think that'll be most helpful for this trick. I will briefly go over it again facing forwards just to make sure that you can see everything. And I'm going to break this trick down into 4 parts in an attempt to help simplify the trick. So we'll begin by getting the staff rolling away from us. Staff is horizontal in front of us because this is a horizontal isolation, meaning the goal is to make it look like the staff is rolling in place and our body is moving around the staff as it rolls isolated in place. So we don't want the staff too high, like shoulder height. It's going to make it more difficult to step around. So I recommend about abdomen or waist height. I just have the staff rolling down the hands to the fingers, keeping it rolling away from me. And then we'll come into part 1 of this trick. So we'll start to step our body to the left. And as we do that, we're going to bring the right hand underneath the center point, the left hand off to the left side of the staff. And we're going to start to step around the left head of the staff, which brings us to part 2. So to step around, we're going to switch the hands so that the right hand is underneath the left side of the staff, and we're going to bring the left hand up and over the center point. So it's thumb side towards the right, fingers wrapped around the staff, and that will keep the staff rolling away from us as we step around this head of the staff. So now we're facing the opposite way we started, and now the staff is rolling towards us instead of away from us. But we still have the left hand underneath the center point, right hand on top of what is now our right side of the staff, but was the left side of the staff. And that will bring us to part 3 of the trick. We're going to step to the left of the staff again. And as we do that, we're going to bring the right hand underneath the center point, the left hand over the currently left side of the staff. So right hand underneath the center point, left hand wrapped over what is currently the left side of the staff, and we're keeping the staff rolling towards us. And now we're going to work our way to part 4 of the trick. So we're going to start to step around this head of the Dragonstaff closer to us on our left side. And we're going to switch the hand positioning, bringing us to part 4. So we're going to bring the right hand underneath the staff, the head of the staff that's closer to us, what is currently our left side, but is about to be our right side of the staff again. And at the same time as we switch the right hand, we're going to bring the left hand up and over the center point. Staff still currently rolling towards us, but as soon as we step around that head of the staff is now rolling away from us, just as we started, and we can simply step to our left, back to the center, and bring both palms underneath the staff, with the staff rolling away from us, to come back to our starting position. So that's part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Reset. And as I promised, I'm going to go over that again quickly, facing the same direction as you, just to make sure that you can see everything. I'm still stepping to the left side of my staff to begin the trick, although it may look flip-flopped now for you because of the camera. So we start with the staff rolling away from us, down the hands, down the fingers. We come into part 1 of the trick by stepping to the left side of the staff, bringing the right hand underneath the center point and the left hand up and over the left side of the staff. From here we come into part 2. So we step around the left side of the staff, and as soon as we do that, we're going to switch the hand positioning. So we'll bring the right hand underneath what is currently the left side of the staff, but as soon as we step around will be the right side of our staff. And as soon as we switch the right hand, we're going to bring the left hand up and over the center point. So now once we step around that head of the staff is rolling towards us. And from here we come into part 3. We're going to step to what is now the left side of our staff. And as we do that, we're going to bring the right hand underneath the center point, the left hand over the left side of the staff, and we're stepping to the left side of the staff to set ourselves up for part 4 of the trick, where we step around this head of the staff, and as we do that, we bring the right hand from underneath the center to underneath what is currently the left side of the staff. And as soon as we do that, we bring the left hand up and over the center point, and we step around that head of the staff, and we come back to our starting position by stepping towards the center, bringing both palms underneath the staff, which sets us up to do this trick continuously. And there you have horizontal isolations. Thank you all so much for watching. See you in the next one.